Okay, in the previous video, I told you that we normally make our tea from scratch. So I'm showing you how we do it from beginning to end. I go ahead and peel my frozen ginger. We freeze our ginger to keep it fresh from molding in the refrigerator. And straight from the freezer, I just use a vegetable peeler and peel off the skin. Then I grate the ginger using a microplane over top of the pot I'm going to use to make the tea. So I'm using the smaller side of the microplane, if you will, in order to get fine pieces of ginger into the tea. Next, I'm going to rinse off my lemon. And this is one way to do it. You can zest the lemon skin into your pot. However, because this is a larger quantity, I'm just going to use a paring knife and peel off the lemon peel. And I'm going to add the lemon peel into the pot directly to boil. The next thing I want to do is extract the juice from the lemon. And instead of using one of those little handheld lemon squeezers or juicers, I'm going to use a fork. This is my preferred method of getting juice out of a lemon in the first place, but also because I need that pulp. And the way I do that is by rotating the lemon and the fork in opposite directions in order to get the pulp onto the fork and into the pot. This too, I'm going to toss into the pot to boil. We're using the entirety of the lemon. Then I go ahead and pour my water over top of that microplane to get off any little bits of ginger off of the microplane and into the pot. And I put the pot on the highest setting. Once it comes to a boil, I turn off the heat and then I go ahead and skim off the peel, the ginger, all the things. You can use a colander or a strainer to get this out, but I'm using a little, I guess this is a slotted spoon, I think, or a straining spoon to get out the bigger parts. I'm going to go ahead and use a generous amount of honey. And then I'm going to use a tea strainer to get the finer parts of the pulp and ginger out of the tea. But I'm going to save the pulp and the ginger bits because my husband and I, we both like to have that in our tea, but the children, not so much. So as you can see, I'm going to pour up a cup of tea so you can see how clear and just how much doing that two-part straining system got the tea to be extremely clear and free of any pulp and ginger. Again, that's for the children. For my husband and I, we take the pulp and we divide it amongst ourselves. So I'm going to take my portion and put it into my teacup, and the rest of it is left for my husband. And I served up the tea with breakfast.